So 14 years ago, I never would have predicted my life would have turned out this way, okay? Living my dream life in the mountains. Because back in 2011, I made the life-altering decision to take a class in beekeeping. And at the end of that class, I went home with all the equipment that I needed and the bees to get started in my new hobby. I was so fascinated from the very beginning. I soaked up as much knowledge as I possibly could. Of course, I had plenty of failures and challenges as a new beekeeper, but I held such fondness for the little creatures, I just couldn't give it up. After I brought those bees home, I didn't realize how much it was going to alter the course of my life. I was still working in healthcare at the time, and I started feeling resentful about my schedule because I couldn't ever get home in time enough to take care of the bees. I was always stuck in an office, and I knew I had to make a change if I wanted to really attend to the bees how I wanted to. So eventually, my desire for being out of the office overtook my desire for steady employment, and I took a big risk in leaving a salaried position to start my own business as a dietitian in private practice. And I was really thrilled by this career change, and I pushed myself not only to build my business, but also to explore some creative opportunities that I've always wanted to. Well, fast forward over a decade later, and I'm still keeping bees in the Colorado Rockies. And what naturally happens with beekeepers is that an excess of honey evolves into selling honey. And that became fun, and it evolved into making other products from the hive, such as beeswax lip balm and candles, soap, and eventually jewelry. And I started getting involved in farmers markets and festivals and began supplementing my income as a dietitian with sales from my artisanal products. And I continued with the artisan markets for many years. And eventually the focus came on to jewelry, honeycomb jewelry, using actual pieces of honeycomb from my hives and casting them in copper and bronze to make lasting pieces. I was really enjoying myself, and a friend had said to me, and I'll never forget this, she said, what if this is the bees' way of raising awareness about their plight? Me working in creating art related to bees. And that's always stuck with me, that somehow the bees are speaking through me in a way to bring awareness about the honeybees, saving the bees. I thought that was really special. 3 years ago, I had another curiosity that just had to be satisfied, and that was working more closely with beeswax. So I had done the lip balms and the candles, but I wanted to do artwork with beeswax. I wanted to do collage with beeswax. And there's already a beeswax medium called encaustic medium, which is a blend of beeswax and tree resin. So I started experimenting with that. Well, one thing led to another. I decided to try out dried leaf or a dried flower to see if that might mix together well. And, well, you could say the rest is history, because that became my signature style, embedding leaves, embedding flowers and botanicals and mushrooms, all from my property on my Colorado homestead onto canvases of reclaimed wood planks. I guess we could say the moral of my origin story is that I had a calling, I got a curiosity, I explored it. The bees sort of inspired me through their fascination and their hard work, and it really instilled in me permission to explore some of those creative avenues and take some risks that I probably would have never done if I had only followed my logic. So praise be to the bees, and the journey will continue this year as I'm getting new colonies of bees to replace my colony that I lost last winter. So I'm going to get 2 new colonies, and we'll be back on track later this spring to not only do beekeeping, but also the beeswax and caustic botanical artwork. So if you want to see more details, especially more details about working with bees, then definitely subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.